Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered why a calf cannot be born from only a bull or why a chick cannot be born from only a hen? It's because sexual reproduction always requires the involvement of two parents, one male and one female. In this process, male and female gametes fuse to form a new individual. Unlike asexual reproduction, where offspring are clones of the parent, here each offspring is genetically unique. This uniqueness, or variation, is nature's insurance policy. It allows species to adapt and survive in changing environments. So, while asexual reproduction is quick, sexual reproduction adds the magic of diversity, the real fuel for evolution. Now, let's think about variation. Have you noticed how siblings from the same parents look similar, yet never exactly alike? That's variation at work. During DNA copying, small errors naturally occur, introducing tiny changes. In sexual reproduction, these changes from both parents combine to produce brand new combinations. These variations are crucial. They may give some individuals better chances to survive drought, disease, or even climate changes. For example, some bacteria survive antibiotics because of genetic variations. So, variation isn't just a byproduct of reproduction, it's a powerful tool for the survival and continuation of life on Earth. But here's an interesting challenge. If each generation simply added the DNA of two parents together, the DNA would double every time, creating chaos in the cell. To solve this, organisms use a special cell division called meiosis. It reduces the number of chromosomes in gametes to half. When fertilization happens, the male and female gametes unite, restoring the original chromosome number in the zygote. This beautiful balance ensures that life continues steadily across generations while still allowing for endless new variations. Now let's look at plants, specifically flowering plants. Inside a flower, stamens produce pollen grains, the male gametes, while the pistil holds the ovary containing ovules, the female gametes. For fertilization to happen, pollen must reach the stigma. If it happens within the same flower, it's called self-pollination. If it travels to another flower, it's cross-pollination, often carried by wind, water, or insects. Once on the stigma, a pollen tube grows down the style, delivering the male gamete to the ovule. Fusion takes place, forming a zygote. The ovule then transforms into a seed, and the ovary swells into a fruit. Isn't it amazing that every fruit you eat started as a simple flower through this miraculous process? Let's now shift to humans. Have you noticed how teenagers undergo sudden changes, voice cracking in boys, or the start of menstruation in girls? This stage is called puberty. Puberty is when reproductive tissues mature, making humans capable of sexual reproduction. In both boys and girls, hair begins to grow in new places and skin becomes oilier. In girls, breasts develop and menstruation begins. In boys, facial hair appears, voices deepen, and reproductive organs enlarge. These changes are visible signals that the body is preparing for reproduction, a sign that sexual maturation has arrived. In humans, the male reproductive system is beautifully designed for the production and delivery of sperms. The testes, housed in the scrotum, produce sperms and the hormone testosterone. Sperms are tiny cells with just one mission: to carry genetic material. They move through the vas deferens into the urethra. Along the way, seminal vesicles and the prostate gland add fluid, providing nourishment and mobility. Finally, with the help of their tails, sperms swim toward the female gamete. Isn't it fascinating how these microscopic cells carry half the blueprint of a new human being? The female reproductive system is equally remarkable. The ovaries produce eggs and hormones. Each month, one egg travels through the fallopian tube toward the uterus during sexual intercourse. Sperm may enter the vagina, travel up to the fallopian tube, and meet the egg. Fertilization occurs here, forming a zygote. The zygote divides into an embryo and implants in the uterus. The placenta then forms, connecting mother and child, transferring oxygen and nutrients, and removing waste. Over 9 months, the embryo grows into a fully developed baby, a process so intricate and perfectly coordinated that it shows the true wonder of life. So let's bring everything together. Sexual reproduction requires two parents, gamete fusion, and introduces variation, the foundation for survival and evolution. In plants, this happens through pollination and fertilization, leading to seeds and fruits. In humans, puberty marks sexual maturity, and the male and female reproductive systems work in harmony to create new life. It's truly amazing that every one of us is the product of this extraordinary process of sexual reproduction. I hope this session has helped you appreciate the beauty of life's continuity. Remember, every plant, every animal, every human being is part of this endless cycle of reproduction. Biology truly is the science of life. See you in our next journey into the wonders of living organisms.